So I finally got some time to go camping, so I'm on my way in the woods now to do a overnighter with the hammock. It's a bit late in the day though. It's nearly 4:30. I was hoping to leave the house around 12ish so I could do a little exploring before I set up camp, but I've had stuff to do at home so I didn't get the chance. So I'm just going to get there. It's a spot near where I was in the last video, and see how tonight goes. It's the first camp of 2020. It's supposed to get about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, so it shouldn't be too bad. I've got the Coleman sleeping bag that goes down to -10. Its highest temperature is 15 degrees, so should be perfect for tonight. It's a little big and bulky, but not bad. So I think here looks good between that tree and that tree. Anywhere's good when you've got a hammock, really. So here's my little setup for tonight. I've got the East German combat pack, the British 58 pattern poncho roll, and the Coleman sleeping bag, which are wrapped in a bin bag, just because I had to walk through a little town to get here, and I wanted to hide the fact that I was going camping, because we're still supposed to be under self-isolation and we're only supposed to be going out for a bit of exercise every day, and that's it. But I'm an outdoor cat, not an indoor cat, so I had to get out. So that's the top done up. Looks a bit complicated with the sticks and everything, but there's method to my madness. And it's got 4 pegs. If I need more than that, then I'll just make some in the hammock. Besides that, in the sleeping bag, that's it. That's all I got for shelter and sleeping. So that's the hammock finally up. Took about 3 attempts. Remember when I just says you can stick a hammock anywhere? I didn't gauge the distance between the trees properly the first time, so attached that one to that one originally, too short. Second attempt was that one again to that one there, which was perfect, but I didn't take into account that these trees here were blocking us from being able to peg the top out. So third attempt, finally got it, and that is perfect. I might pull this peg out and get rid of that crease, make it a little more taut, but that's perfectly fine. I did, however, forget one thing. I probably forgot more than one thing. Can you see what it is? Mosquito net. But it is early spring, so there shouldn't be too many mozzies around at this time of year. Shouldn't be anyway. So that's that set up. And as far as other gear, I've got the silky saw. I've got a wool jersey, just in case it gets colder, which I'm sure it will. I've got my... oh yeah, I'm sitting there, and why have I got 2 pegs left? I pegged out the other side using the trees, so... Anyway, I've got my British Army poncho roll / sit pad that are waterproofed with wax. And besides that, I've got the wood burning stove, which I'm going to use in a few minutes to get a coffee on. I got my bomber hat. This is the new one, same as the old one though, both in looks and quality. The quality control on this is crap again. There's torn leather, there's holes punched in where the thread's supposed to go, which they didn't thread. Loose tag ends everywhere. I cut those off though, and it's still got those damn hair pulling rivets. So the quality, I thought the quality control at Bomber was getting really shit and lacking, because I've got one that's about 15 years old, 10-15 years old. Perfect. I think it's 100% made in Australia, real high quality. But I've had issues with that Bomber wallet that I got. You can see glue where you shouldn't. So I looked up the company, and it turns out that they're having the products made in Pakistan now. So I don't know why out of all the countries they went with Pakistan. Even the quality control in China is better. But anyway. So I wanted beans, but shops didn't have any beans, so I got spaghetti, got a titanium cup. Toilet paper is important. Multi-tool, it's a Victorinox Spirit. Some fat wood for starting the fire. The headband for the Olight. Sorry, not the Olight, the Army Tech. Got a random strap I was going to use to attach the mini bipod, which is right here, to a tree, because this is all I brought as far as tripod goes. And the heaviest thing is the Pathfinder canteen. And just a few coffee and something for tomorrow. I got the battery charger. Another thing I forgot was the charging cables, but I did bring the spare phone with us, which has a fully charged battery pack, so I can use that for filming if I have to. And I brought the Olight, here's a spare backup flashlight, and the US reproduction spoon, World War II reproduction, and my Tereva or Yaka whatever knife. Still didn't look it up before I left. I found a Smith & Wesson knife sheath that fits this knife perfectly though. It's really stiff in there, but I can't remember the model of this knife. I didn't actually order this knife, I ordered the Acapulco, but they sent us this knife by mistake. But I really like that knife, so I haven't sent it back. Anyway, I'll get the sleeping bag set up. So I didn't bring any tinder with us, but that's no problem. Just get some fat wood and scrape some dust off, and that'll ignite just as good as any man-made tinder. Stick some feather sticks on it. There's no reason why you can't have a good fire. Easy as pie. This knife's got a really nice sharp spine on it, so it's a real easy job for this knife. That should be enough. I'll get some kindling going. I got some kindling ready, and then I'll ignite that and throw it in the stove. I tell a lie though, I did have man-made tinder, bit of tissue paper, which will become part of the tinder. So still can't see any leaky caps. Looking good. Should be enough. Still didn't get around to finding the lid for it. Shouldn't be a problem though. Get the coffee done and then I'll have my spaghetti. So change of plan, I'm going to boil water in the bottle, use that as a kettle for the coffees and use this for doing the spaghetti. I have got a new pot scrubber. It's Petromax chainmail pot scrubber. I got it from Heine Hayes. It's designed more for cast iron so it doesn't damage the patina on it. But according to Heine Hayes, they say it's good for everything, including stainless steel. So we'll try it out on this after I've done the spaghetti in it and see how good it works. So that's dinner sorted. Would have rather had beans, but like I say, it's all the shop had. I could have went to the co-op, but go in there with the queues, you might as well just get the disease and get it over with. Not the disease, but the virus. Same thing really. Anyway, have that and then light's starting to fade now. It's 7:10. Just after. Probably stay light until about 8ish. 8:30, something like that. I'll have to reproof this poncho roll as well. Getting damp patches through. For the most part it's pretty good. Kept my knees dry. Train just went past. I know those tracks were still being used. Must be a night train or something. So that's going to be fun to camp next to, if it's going to be going all night. Anyway, it's almost 7:45. Still lots of light. So I might just have a walk around. I've just had another idiot moment. Normally when I set up the hammock I always sit in it to test it out, because sometimes the string has a tendency to slip a bit, because I'm just using paracord to hold up the hammock. So I had a coffee in my hand, I sat down in the hammock, the string slipped, coffee jumped out my hand, and now pants are wet and my hoodie's wet, so dry those out the best I can. How's that for a makeshift lantern? It's 9:05 now, pretty much dark. I was going to bring, well, it is pitch black in the woods now. It's not outside the woods though, I can see a lot of light coming through the trees. Anyway, I was going to bring the UCO candle lantern, but I forgot it. So I found a plastic bottle and I stuck the light in it and then used a stick to stop it from falling out, or to stop the bottle from falling off. Makes a pretty neat little lantern. You can see it better there. It's a filthy bottle like, but whatever, it's giving off some decent light. As usual this camera won't pick it up, but I can see a fair bit around the camp with it. Not as good as a milk bottle though. If I found a milk bottle that would be like a proper lantern. But these clear plastic bottles do a good job. Next time I'll remember the UCO though. The man-made light. Getting it everywhere. Good thing about this stove is you don't need a lot of wood to keep it going.